Well, your brushes here are sticking, is what it is. They're definitely sticking. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you have this much further it can travel before they wore out. And they're definitely sticking, so I'm going to have to look into getting them to slide up and down good. But that's what happened. The brushes are sticking, but making good connection with the armature. Boy, it's just plumb black, so I'm going to try to clean all this up. I'm redoing this spring also. Here's what them springs look like when I take a wind out of them. I just simply unwind them, bring them around, but I want to show you how flimsy that is. See how it just breaks right off? So I'm winding that, unwound the spring around itself where it ain't rusted over in this part very much. I can bend it around. Then I'm gonna just simply cut it off right here and then stick it back on there. And that'll be your new spring to press down on the brushes, and this should last the life of the rest of the starter. All right, well, I'm getting ready to babbitt this bearing here. I found a socket that's just the perfect size. It goes in there and it seals all the way around on the base side, but you can see the gap and wear right up in here. So I'm gonna heat all this up, and then I'm gonna fill it in with solder, which is basically, lead. And I'm getting ready to babbitt that bearing in there, and that's what they do to rod bearings and main bearings in the old-timey engines. And anyway, it'll run for a very long time. But anyway, we're getting ready to babbitt this bearing. You can see how it's a perfect fit on this side right here on that socket. But it leaves a gap up here where it's actually worn, so I can cut the video to whatever length I want. That's still completely up with lead in there. I'll have to smooth that back down, but anyway, let's take the heat off of it. I just babbitted that bearing. We'll let everything cool here. We'll knock this out here, and we may take a little bit of fine grit sandpaper and go in there and smooth it up a little bit, but we're gonna let that cool. All right, guys, I'll let it cool off here. I'm getting ready to knock the thing out. Let's see how it babbitted it in there. Looks pretty good. Filled in all the low spots right in here, all the way up to this point here, where it was a little bit on the low side. Now I'm gonna go in there with a little bit of sandpaper and just kind of smooth that up. Take a file here and kind of file this off. And we have just reconditioned this bearing to run for a very long time again. Let's see here. That lead's very, very soft in comparison to steel, so it don't take very much to actually smooth that up. We know it's running. Well, there's the babbitt bearing, guys. You can see where the lead went in there, where it needed to be on the low sides, but it didn't actually coat what was good up here on the upper side because that was up against the socket. Now we're going to put this on here, except for maybe 5/1000ths of an inch. I don't know if I can hold that still or not. 4/1000ths of an inch. That's the only play in it. Now that'll work good as a bearing for a very long time on this. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit so it'll be smooth, but anyway, that's a restored bushing there that'll go in here that holds all this straight. Alrighty, I got the bushing knocked back in after putting a new babbitt bearing in. Now I'll do a before and after picture. Bushing up here on this part. However, I did just put just a touch of grease on it, so that'll help lubricate it in there. But anyway, there's all 4 brushes working out and in like it's supposed to. So it'll make contact with the armature. and we're getting ready to put everything back together. So we basically done a good partial rebuild on this thing. I redone all the springs. All the springs was ready to break, so I just rebent them all and pulled them out and redone them. Since that one spring didn't break, I went on and done the rest of them that way. Instead of just buying them, I just went on and fixed the ones you had. Well, this is the moment of truth. I got the starter all back together and got her back on. And I'm going to see if this thing will crank now. So I'm going to hop inside and see what happens. And see if it'll crank up and run for me. Get that water loose. That's so I don't stay in place. Up. There's the brushes and there's everything. Well, the brush is looking good condition. However, that shaft is bone dry. It got a bit of oil on it right there. It's got a bit of oil or grease on that shaft. Brushes look extremely good. And here's the brushes, and they got a lot of wear on them before they'll be wore out, so that looks real good. This motor's bone dry with grease right here on this shaft. It's bone dry. So we're gonna put a little grease in this motor, and we're gonna try to get this thing back together and test the motor to make sure it'll run. Let's shut it off in a moment. Let me check the soda. Keep it running. See if it runs.
You put your head in there.
All right, this wasn't good now. Go ahead and stop it. I'll clean that here in a minute.
You got that clip back on it?
Let's check it. Really a little close. That's good that way. Let's stop it.
You can stop it?
Yeah.
Alright. Honey.
I'm going the wrong way with it.
You're sparking reading.
Yeah. I need to roll it on up on higher. Roll it back down. Alright, we're gonna stop it.
Now.
That's going up. And it's going down. So the motor's running now. I don't know if you got anything else going on, but at least I know the motor's running. I tried to put power to the motor earlier and it wouldn't do nothing. It wouldn't even spark. So Well, I got the motor fixed. Let's see if it'll work when I put it in the door. No, we may have something else burned out.
All right.
Man, that thing is awful tight in there. Rolls down good. Well, that thing's tight going up. I'm glad I lubricated it. Alright, stop moving. Running yet?
Yes.
This time it wound up being the motor. When I checked, we had power here. Yeah, I realized then it was the motor. I had to take the motor completely apart. I cleaned all the connections and greased it, and seems to be working good now. But it was definitely in the motor. But I got this one fixed, so works something like I knew, and I lubricated everything so it would work good. I got my fingerprints all over it there. Where's the hell on the window? Well, Tim, I got here to the blower fan. It's up here on top of the engine. I was looking right here trying to turn it. That fan motor just locked slap up. Probably in the bearings got a little bit of rust in them, and I'm going to see if I can take it apart and fix it. Being that it is locked up, it probably knocked out this speed control right here, so I'll probably have to go in there and put a fuse in it. But send this video to Alan. Ask him, is he missing a 1/2-inch drive ratchet? That's a swivel-headed style, and looks like it also, when it got in there and tangled up with this, it knocked this loose on the wipers. One of the wipers ain't even hooked up. They ain't even working. So ask him if he missing that ratchet right there. If it is, we'll try to get it back to him. If he ain't missing no ratchet, I'm gonna stick it in my toolbox if it ain't his. Well, the fan motor's locked up. I mean, it just locked slap up. I'm getting ready to pull it apart here, and we're gonna fix that fan motor. They're close to $300 for them. So let's see if we can save $300 right here if we can get this fan motor off. Man, I hope that thing will come off there. Not give me much of a fit sliding off. That motor lock slap up. It's locked slap up. I might take it apart, clean the bearings and everything out. Let's see if we can get this slid off. It's coming. We're about there now. There we go. All right, set that out of my way there. Okay. All right. Just leave the video on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get the proper tools to take that apart. All right. Let's see if we got what we need right here. They got a weird recess down in there where you can't hardly get nothing on it. That's a matrix, what it is. It's probably a 10 millimeter. Mine's too small. What size is that? 10mm. One's too big and mine's too small. Let's stop the video. To give you a short video here, Tim, the fuses I'm referring to is these little things right here. That's a fuse for the high, and on this side you got another fuse right over here, and this here's for the low. So one of these fuses here burned out, but only work on high. Then eventually the fan motor locked up, and I'll go over here right quick. Is the fan motor on the back, Renee? Okay, I got it. I don't know if you can see down in there, but you can see the bearing sticking to the magnet there, and how the bearing here looks like it's swap-sided. So if I put a new bearing in it, that thing should run a long time, but you can see the bearing right center of the screen right there where it come out of the actual thing. Do it on regular video.
Yeah.
Is it running?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what this thing's gonna look like. I hope I can get it apart without too much trouble. Bearing locked up there, might be a little bit of a problem getting that loose. See if that'll push it out. And it did. There goes the bearing apart. I want to show you here. Here's what you got to look at when you're looking at a wear on the motor. See if I can pull this out. Is the brushes. I don't know if you can see it, but come over down here real close. See how this brush wire goes into the brush here, and you got from here all the way down through here for wear for that motor to run on both sides. Right here, wire goes in that brush right here, and it goes from here all the way down here, so that brush can wear all the way down to this point before it's considered wore out. Right here's your little roller bearing that come apart in there, and I'm gonna try to get that off, and we'll go over here and get you one, put in it. I'm gonna look at the back one. It may need one in the back. I may put one in the back too, because they won't be much. Anyway, I want to show you what it looks like here and what you got. This is a little seal right here that was on the bearing. Now when I get your new bearing, I'm gonna take this seal out right here, and I'll take some grease. I just popped it out. I'll take some grease and fill some grease in this area, then put the seal here back in, like I did on the lawnmower. See that pop back in? Do it on the lawnmower like I did the lawnmower, and pack it with grease so it'll last you a long time. The new bearings you buy, they don't put enough grease in it to last very long, so that's the reason why stuff wears out and quits working. It's because of the bearing. Go ahead and stop the video.
It is now.
It is running.
Yes.
I have to get the other screwdriver in there. Yeah, pop that on off there. I had Renee helping me here a minute ago, and taking 2 screwdrivers and prying on each end and slid it right up without any problem. Let's see if I can get the rest of it off. Without making the video just extremely long. There's the bearing you need. Alright, it takes this same kind of bearing on this end. Slides right down on there. It takes the same kind of bearing on this end as it does the back end. So I'm gonna put 2 new bearings in it. They won't be about, I don't know, $3 or $4 each. Let's see if I can pop the seal out of here. See how dry this bearing is. You can see it's got a little bit of grease right in here in this area, but very little. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 new bearings in it. Oh, here's the brushes. You can see how much wear and tear you got for the brush here. You got a lot of wear and tear for that brush. I mean, even the other one comes down all the way down to this point. So that's how much wear and tear you got left for the motor to run without actually having to replace the motor. I mean, it's got plenty of wear there for it, and there's really no need of buying a new one, because this right here, most times what wears out them is the brushes, and that's why you have to replace them a lot of times whenever they actually wear out. So when I get done with it, you'll actually get the wear out of the brushes rather than the bearings just falling out of it.
Now.
Well, Tim, I got your armature here cleaned up good, and I'm getting ready to put the new bearings in it. I should have went on and went and got them before we started the video. You done got them? Oh, okay, never mind. I didn't realize you'd grab them for me. All right, let's me and you inspect this bearing together here. Come over here with the camera. Let's get it closer so he can see better. Let's both of us expect this bearing at the very same time. And let's see what we got here. Let's see if they put any grease for this bearing to last any time at all. I might need my pick for this. No, I got it out. Yeah, I want you to look at that. They put show it in the video. They got just a teeny tiny bit of grease in there to make it last maybe a year or two. Is it focusing?
No, there it is.
Got just a teeny tiny bit of grease in there just for it to grease just a little bit. Where it'll last maybe it might last 2 years. You might get 2 years out of it, but very little grease in it. Brand new bearing. All right, go get me the, where's the grease at? Yeah. You know, that might be that's a hair thick for this, but let me push some out and see how it looks. Yeah, we'll call it good. We'll just use this grease. Anyway, I want to show you here. When you want a bearing to last, it's kind of like an engine. If you want an engine to last, you got to put engine oil in it. And a bearing ain't no different. You want a bearing to last, you got to put some oil in it. All right, now see how that's packed with oil there, or grease? That bearing will last a while. I'm going to pack the other side while I'm at it. I'll take the seal here and pop it back in. And see, now that's a good packed bearing. That bearing will last you probably 10 years or more. And the way they had it, well, it wouldn't last hardly no time at all, and it'd already be burned out. So I just want to show you how they're making stuff nowadays that'll tear up and break. And if you want something done, you got to do it yourself around here nowadays. I mean, I bought that bearing brand new, and they didn't even have much grease in it to make it last any time at all. All right, bring it over here close. Come on, walk over here. Be careful, don't hit the cord. Is it running? Is it running?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Tim, this is the second bearing. This is the top bearing. Goes on the shaft right there. Let's inspect this bearing together. Let's see what this bearing here looks like. If they put any grease in it or they done anything at all. See what this one here looks like. Let's see if we can pop this out. See right there? They put a little bit of grease in. You see a little bit of grease there and a little bit over here and over there. Just a little dab. Just enough to lubricate it for maybe a year or two and then it'll quit. Just a little bit of grease in there. If you want something to last, you got to lubricate it. Let's see if we can get some grease in there. Now this is wheel bearing grease I'm using. Boy, is it hard to push. Bring it over here where it shows me getting the grease in it.
It is, Randy.
All right. Now that bearing's packed now. It's got quite a bit of grease in it now. That'll last at least 10 years. It'll be there. That'll probably outlast the brushes now. That'll probably outlast the brushes. See, now that bearing's packed good with grease in there, and that'll last a while. It'll be smooth running and lubricated, so it just runs a long time. Is it running?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't got the fan on it because fan makes it a little bad. I still see a lot of sparks in there. I don't see no sparks in the armature area where the brushes are at, so I don't see no sparks in there actually at all. So, what a powerful little devil. I can't stop it. Anyway, there it is running with brand new bearings in it. You know, I don't know, them motors at least $200 or $300, and we fixed this one for, what, $8 plus a little bit of my time. Didn't take long for me to put together. All right, go ahead and shut it off. Is it running?
Yes, now.
All right, I'll put the fan on. Let's see what it sounds like with the fan. What a powerful little devil. Sound like a brand new one? Sounds just like a brand new one. Wow. What I was telling you about right here, these here are little fuses, and according to my ohm meter, it beeps whenever I got a connection, but it's an open circuit on the low side, and it looks like it's an open circuit even on the high side. I ain't got no connections to it, so both of these are blowed. These are designed to blow because if the fan was to lock up and it doesn't blow the fuse, it'll heat these up red hot. I mean, literally like on a stove. It'll just heat up red hot. And this can cause the truck to catch fire. So these are designed, when it gets a certain temperature, these are designed to blow out and just cut the power to the system rather than letting this heat up red hot and melt out in there and fall in there and catch the truck on fire. So it's, you know, we can't get by with taking these out and hooking it straight. I could, but if something happens to the motor again, it's supposed to blow these little fuses here to prevent this from getting red hot. And you know, it melts it loose and it falls down in the dash, and then it catches the vehicle on fire. So we'll have to get this speed control to fix the heater fan, but I did get the motor fixed, so you won't have to buy that, but I'll have to get this here because I don't know where I can get them fuses to put in that thing. And anyway, we'll just replace this. We'll have to definitely have to have that. So I'm gonna I've got a special little reaming tool right here. I'm gonna go down right in here and I'm gonna cut this plastic out down through there. And I'm gonna take me a piece of metal, the same size as that little piece sticking out. And I'm gonna put it all the way in there to the bottom, and I'm gonna fill all that in with glue right there. So that metal will be held in, coming out right here where it needs to come out. Just a little bit, and it'll be held all the way down there. It'll have to tear this whole thing out to break that little metal piece out of here. So I'm gonna fix that thing for you, and it'll never break again. And you'll wear the valve out. I mean, you'll wear other components out before this will ever break again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started and see if I can get this reamed out and get that set up so I can put a metal piece all the way to the bottom of that thing in there. All right, I had to bring this outside. The project was getting a little bit dirty in the house, but I found a piece right here, but it's too big. It won't go into the plastic thing that needs to slide backwards and forwards here, so that's too big to go into plastic. So what I'm gonna do is use this piece of a bungee that's starting to crack and carry on, so it ain't no good no more. But I'm gonna actually take this piece right here, this metal piece. We'll see if I can straighten it up just a little bit, see if we can get the wiggles out of it. It's a pretty tough metal, a little harder to bend than I expected. All right, we about to get her straightened up here. I'll straighten it more on the drill. When I get it on the drill, that'll be better, I think. And anyway, I straightened that up there. I'm gonna cut this off now. Let's see if we can cut this off. Piece a little bit on the warm side. Yeah, she's a little bit warm. Let's see what we got here. We can get this here. I'm probably not going to do the whole video of me straightening the metal, but you can see it's wiggling, so I might get all that straight. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video there, and then I'll start the video when I get to the pipe. All right. And I just straightened this piece up in the drill so it would run pretty true. It don't have to be perfect because I'm getting ready to actually cut it down so it'll fit in this little plastic piece right here. I'm getting ready to machine it down. See what we got now. Yes, sir. She slips in there and turns good. It's no play in it. So that piece is actually made. Slips off there good. Yeah. Now I got to figure out how long I need it so I can go get it to go down in there. And I got grease on my hands, and I don't want no grease on it because the glue won't stick to it. Probably a little on the warm side. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I probably can cut it off.
How far?
I could probably cut it off about there where the drill's at. And be able to make it long enough. Okay, let's see if we can get this here disconnected. Let's see if we can get it. Check here. Let me wipe all the grease off my hands. I don't want no grease on it. May have to cut it off again, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna stop this.
No, don't stop it yet.
I don't need it too long, Randy. It's already at 2 minutes and 30
That's all right. That's a little bit too long. I might cut a little bit more of it off, but anyway, you can get the idea of what we're making here. That's get it running. Yeah, I just had to straighten this up a little bit. The glue's starting to set. And I've got to rake off any excess up here because I've got to have that piece to be able to go to slip on the plastic thing. And I've got to make sure I kind of keep this all level. I don't want this sticking up any at all. Of course, I could grind that down just a little bit if I need to. The glue's starting to set now, so I've got to get all of it off so it don't be in the areas I don't need it. Kind of smeared a little bit with me earlier. That glue is starting to set. Now I've got glue all the way to the bottom, and I got this plastic piece in here to kind of help stabilize everything, but this right here is a metal piece now that's going down in here, and this glue, all this glue here is help holding that metal piece right there in place, so this will never break again. This should be with you till the life of the vehicle. Believe it or not, I actually got it there. Look at that. Actually slips right on there with no trouble at all and does just like it's supposed to. So
yeah, well, you need to let it be dry.
Yeah, I need to let it dry here. See if we can get that pushed down in there. But there it is with the metal piece in it, if it shows in the video. I got that little snout sticking up just like the plastic piece was, except it's in JB Weld now, and it's got this center plastic thing right in here. It keeps the glue from spinning inside the case here, so that's going to help that, and that glue's also going to hold this in place. So, and it can't slip out because it's got nowhere to go. If it slips out too far, it'll just hit the base in here and still hold it, but the glue will still hold it in place. So as soon as this dries, I'll be heading up there to Highway 90 to look at that lift for you.
It's running now.
Running. All right, Tim, I went under the truck. I disconnected the plug, took this piece off, and I have determined that this prong right here is positive, and this and here's the negative on the truck over there, and this has got an open circuit. So this solenoid here is bad. It's no connection in it. I might take it apart and see what's going on. It chance I might be able to fix it, but it's definitely an open circuit because when I got a connection, it'll beep at me, and it's an open circuit, so that's why it's not opening the valve to allow air come out to go to the actuator to actuate the turbo. So I'm gonna try to pull this valve apart and see if I can look at it. If there's anything I can do to fix it, maybe the coils in there, something messed up in the coils, I'll look at it. But anyway, I'll see what I can do with it. But I determined that this is what's wrong with it because I do have power coming out of the truck to this plug here, and I did find the positive and negative on the system, and it's a Says it's a 12 volt, so I've determined that this solenoid has an open circuit, and I'm gonna try to see if I can fix it, if I can. And by the way, you've got a water leak on this thing. I was underneath here taking this thing off, and you've got a water leak there. It ain't much, it's just a drip every once in a while, but you've got an antifreeze leak, and I don't know where it's coming from. I looked, and I'm gonna have to look again, but it's coming some here from the back of the engine. Anyway, go ahead and send the video, Renee.
It's running now.
I'll bring it down here where you can see better. Well, Tim, I took this valve apart to see if there's anything I can do. Let's see if I can get it underneath here. Anything I can do to fix it, but I want you to see the electronics where it got water in it and kind of damaged the electronics. That's the reason why the valve ain't working. So I'm gonna look at it one more time here and see if I can clean it up in here and see if there's anything I might can solder back or fix back. But chances are we're probably gonna have to get this valve, buy this whole valve here and go ahead and get this valve replaced. But right here, you can plainly see where it's corroded in on the circuit board. It's maybe beyond repair for me.